Hi. I was driving home from just coming back from a trip to Cancun, which was so beyond beautiful and needed. And then I stayed an extra day at my parents' place, and now I'm finally driving back home. But I felt the inspiration to stop at the nearest park and record. So I mentioned in my last video that I was moving soon, and that's still true, but my timeline of moving has changed. And I've recognized that life is a spiral, like a spiral staircase. And I actually, in Cancun, I went to this thing called Explore. Super awesome, super fun. I'm gonna do a TikTok vlog on it, so stay tuned for that. So cool. But anyway, at every zip line, you go through a staircase, and the staircases were lots of steps and they were in spirals. But spirals are very sacred geometric shapes, and they're very symbolic for life. Because when you walk by faith, and keep in mind, walking by faith is not strictly just for Christians. It's not just for religious people. I don't consider myself religious, but I am very in tune with my body, with myself, with nature. So I am very spiritual. And in spirals, you will come across the same location, the same spot, but not exactly, right? Because you're always traveling upwards, sometimes maybe even downwards. But you're traveling up or down, but still in circles. I have been in this moment in my life many times, and as much as I was hoping this time would be easier, it's still just as scary. And that's okay, because it's part of the process, and I know that because I've experienced that before. Feeling stretched to your limits is sometimes so necessary. It's a teacher, and it's a guide, and a reminder that you've been here before. Scary, yes. But don't you remember that last time where you were scared and you still continued to walk by faith? No matter what the current situation looked like, and it worked out better than you could have even imagined. So that's where I'm at right now. And I was so stressed. I was so stressed. Opportunities that I felt like this could be the one would fall through at the very last minute. And I was like, but why? I'm doing everything I can. I was very much in a masculine energy of do. And that energy is not very comfortable to be in. As much as I can, it's not something that I want. And I'm somebody that envisions a life of ease, a life of comfort, a life of, I want to say fertility, but that doesn't even just mean fertility in the way we might think in the womb. No, fertile grounds metaphorically for my growth, for my expansion, for my knowledge, for my creations. Because that's something beautiful that as humans we can do is create. We can create. We can turn emotions into art. We can create things, and that is something so powerful and something that we're meant to do as humans. I've always felt a connection to nature. I've always loved going to parks. And my time in Mexico has allowed me to connect with nature even more. I am Mexican. Soy mexicana y soy orgullosa de ser mexicana. Aunque la gente no me creen, o aunque me ven que soy blanca, I look white, I look not like your stereotypical Mexican, and people love to project things onto me because of that. I can't really control that, and I don't really care to, because I can't, right? Why care to control things that I literally don't have control over? I would just be stressing myself out more than I need to. Why would I want to do that? I don't. But it's important to be aware of this, because although my Spanish is really good, people love to try to correct me or laugh at me. When I'm like, girl, my Spanish is way better than somebody else that looks stereotypically Mexican. Even if my Spanish is better, they won't correct them when I can flat out tell, oh, they messed up right there, or that was incorrect grammar. I don't have it in my heart to go out of my way to like belittle someone for how they're speaking, because se entiende. You can understand it. Why would I go out of my way to do that? Unless they ask for some help and guidance, of course I'll step in to do that. But I realized, oh, it's not because of the way I speak, it's because of the way I look. People will always project their insecurities, their weirdness based on their lives. I don't care to psychoanalyze your life, truly, onto me. That's not mine to carry. I don't know why I felt like sharing that, but there it is. That's not my problem. It's not my problem. People love to think that I don't like sharing that I'm Mexican. Girl, what? What? You don't know me. Just because I grew up in America and I can speak English fluently, which is a blessing, although I know the state of this world here, especially in the States, isn't ideal, isn't the best, I am grateful because I acknowledge the sacrifices that were made for me to be here. And I acknowledge that there is purpose in it. And I'm grateful that I speak the English language, which is very valuable around the world. And I'm so grateful that I can speak Spanish. So grateful for that. I feel like it broadens my way of thinking and processing things, and even my connection to my ancestors, which is what I wanted to touch on. I feel like my connection to the earth is aligned with my connection to ancestors. And being on the sacred grounds of Mexico and Tulum and Cancun and in the cenotes, which are like caves with water, being in that water, that running, flowing water, felt so sacred, so beautiful. Before you even walk into the cenotes, there's somebody that I think he's like giving a prayer in a Mayan language. And he says his prayer, he lights a candle, and he has a water with leaves in it. And during it, he tells us to put the water on hands, put it on your face, leave your shoulders and your feet, and that will protect you. And before you can even go into the cenotes, into the water, you have to rinse off anything and everything off of your body. So makeup, any remaining hair products, any like sunscreen, that's all washed away because it is sacred. And of course we want to preserve and respect the land and the water. Water is very powerful to cleanse. And while in the cenotes, and in the cenotes specifically in Explore, somebody mentioned, do you know oh, I'm getting a phone call. Somebody said, do you know the saying on still water? And I was like, what's the saying? And then I realized, oh, they mean the bacteria. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, isn't that so metaphorical? That when water is still, it is not healthy. It is filled with bacteria and growing bacteria because there's no filtration. There's no movement. That is so symbolic for us as humans. We have so much water and liquids running through us that keep us alive. And as humans, we need to keep flowing and going with the flow in order to continue to grow, to be cleansed, to evolve, to find new paths, just as water does. But if you stay still out of fear or out of feeling constricted by illusions like we've talked about in the past, and even in ways that seem impossible logically to work through, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a fucking way. There's a way. That has been my saying for years. Honestly, at this point, I should get it tattooed on myself. But there's a will, there's a way. Best believe. Because everything boils down to belief. Everything reaches its cap only if mentally there's a cap there. So don't allow the comparison of other people's experiences or logic to block off your expansion. If it's in your mind, if it's in your heart, if it is your desire, it is accessible. Does it mean the path will be linear? No. Doesn't mean it'll be easy all the time? No. It's a walk of life. It's a journey of life. Achievable? Yes. Impossible? No. Is it easy? Not always. And it's not always meant to be. The beautiful thing is we can share these experiences with other people and feel a little bit of strength in community. And that's what I want to do. That's what I do, is I want to share that. Because there's purpose in it. I want to share this experience. Once I partook in a medicine that grows from the ground called psilocybin. And in that beautiful journey in nature, multiple times does nature communicate with you. And if you're open to it, you will learn a lot, not only about yourself, but about the world around you. And what I saw was lots of little beings in tree trunks. Little guys, just, kind of bunched up in the trees. And I was fascinated by it. It made me feel like maybe there's lots of souls that make up a tree. And I noticed that in Mexico, lots of the drawings and beings that they have there in the Mayan art looked a lot like those little guys I saw in the trees. Oh my goodness. And even right now, I'm looking at a tree, and since I parked, I can see your face in it. And it's so sweet. It's so cute to me because it's not something I can only see when I am in a substance or under that influence. It's something that I can now see because of my faith, because of the walks of my life, because I believe it and because I see it and I choose not to deny it. A lot of kids are very open and because they don't have the blockages of adulthood that people put on us, that we have to be logical. This is the way you have to live. You got to do X, Y, and Z if you want to be successful. No, those are man's ways. Those are patriarchal ways. Those are ways that are distractions of what life really is. But as a child, that is our purest and most connected form before we are tainted by other ways of thinking that aren't so aligned with faith and the magic of the world. As we were in the car driving in Mexico, there was a billboard that said something like, "It's not everything is what it looks like, and you'll soon find out how or why," but in Spanish. And that got me thinking, a lot of things are not what they look like. And there's something so very, very beautiful about that. You will come to find the magic in a lot of things in everyday life. And it feels like the universe is like winking at me. And it just feels really good to learn and communicate in the language of the world. It brings me back to a lot to this book that I've read called It's either The Alchemist or it's another book. I'll have to look it up and I'll put the name here. Great book. And I feel like I'm definitely walking in that path of finding my treasure and realizing that the treasure has always been within. When you find yourself in dark caves and dark moments and dark times, it's usually so that you find that the light isn't at the end of the tunnel, it's within. It is within. So, although I don't have all the answers, I think that's beautiful because I get to share it with you guys. This is very real, very raw. I don't have any makeup on, or like I don't have like my jewelry. These I just been having on. It's very raw, which is very real, which is very me. And when things are very real and raw and authentic like that, I want it to connect with people that see that. And, you know, cut the fluff. That's the kind of person I am. We cut through the fluff, cut through the BS, and we're getting down and dirty into the good stuff, the rich stuff, the stuff that makes art come to life. And that is true artistry. So I'll keep you updated on this journey. You know, honestly, I was a little nervous to come back home just because I'm not fully where I want to be yet. And that's okay to admit. It's okay. Because I know I'm meant for more. I know I'm meant for greater. And that's more than okay to have in my heart. But I understand I'm kind of like in the in-between right now. And on my trip, I have integrated that my new baseline is not struggle. It is ease. Ease is my birthright. It is my birthright. Because if that's what I want to attract in my lifestyle, then that is what I need to learn to integrate before I can even receive that. And like I said, it all starts within. It all starts within. Let me feel into if there's anything else I wanted to share. Yeah. So, I've also noticed that some people will feel really uncomfortable with confidence. And I'm okay with that because if it really just paints a clearer picture of where I'm at, and I'm okay with it. But like I said, it's very important to be aware of it. It's very, very, very important to just be aware of it. It doesn't mean to retaliate. It doesn't mean to give them a reaction. It just means be still, be present, and peep it, okay? If you ever have to, that's why you're given a voice, to stand up for yourself and to set boundaries. But I'll never go out of my way to put somebody down. I'll never go out of my way to hurt someone. I'll never go out of my way to try to prove myself to anyone either. That's just not me. That's not my style. That's not how I ride. Because the truth is, like, people will feel it, even if they can't admit it. Because people can only meet you as far as they met themselves. So I'd be wasting my time. I'd be wasting my time trying to do that for somebody that literally can't or literally does not want to. But just peep it and realize these are just not my people, and that's more than okay. It's more than okay. You don't want everyone to like you. You just won't. It won't happen. It won't happen. People that go out of their way to be friends with people that they don't like are not good people. No, it's fake. I don't do that. I don't do fake. I keep it real over here. Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. We keep it real. Keep it 100. 100. I'm not sacrificing my comfort for yours. Not happening. Nope. And people will try to only be your friend or be cool with you if you have something that they want to siphon. Like, I've worked really hard on my social media, and I've had people try to claim their piece in my social media and all of my efforts and everything that I've created for myself. Like, get off. You didn't do nothing. Get off. Hop off my D, bit. Like, you didn't, and you won't, and you can't. So please just step off. And if you won't, I'll walk away with peace. I will walk away. I have no problem walking away. Guys, just so you know, my kitty is in here. I do have the windows cracked open, and we'll be skedaddling soon. But this is Kikyo, my son. Love him down boats. That's my son. Love him, love him, love him. Okay. I'm gonna turn on the AC, okay, Papa? Might be a little loud for a moment. The key is to stay true to yourself. Please always stay true to yourself. There's nobody else like you, and that's so beautiful. That's so amazing. Please stay true to yourself. I'm so blessed and grateful that I don't have energies around me trying to change me, trying to siphon from me. I need my space right now. I need my solitude at the moment so that I can... Sorry, I have like cat fur. I feel it on my face. I need that time and energy to really fully integrate into myself. I don't want distractions. I don't want it. I don't need it. I have bigger things in life. Always keep the bigger picture in mind. Always. Always. And like I was saying in my last video, you're never really alone, because nature is truly a companion, and there's nature everywhere. If you ever feel lonely, please go for a walk in nature. Trust me, as much as annoying that might sound in the moment, like, oh, just go for a walk. Oh, just smile. Truly, there's science that can back it up. It's actually working. If you believe it to work for you, sometimes you don't even have to believe it. Going for a walk will truly be it for you. Like, it'll do it for me. It'll do it for me. Let me tell you. And if you have so much negative, nasty energy, I heard the Wizard Liz say this before, and I've been doing it. Literally put your hands on the tree and thank the tree, of course. And imagine all of that negative energy being transmuted into the tree. That tree can then reuse that energy and recycle it into other things and better things. Anything that doesn't belong to me, that isn't mine to carry, I always ask that it may be alchemized and reused for good and for better, okay? Because why would I keep that stuck in me? Why would I keep that water, icky water, building bacteria still in me? Instead, I'm gonna give it a channel to alchemize it, to let it flow through and out of me. Because like I've said before, our bodies are channels, okay? I'm very happy, very blessed, and very grateful to be on this journey and to share it vulnerably. People that take vulnerability as weakness are weird. They're weird. You're weird. What are you hiding? Because what? People that they mistook my kindness for weakness. I've got but know that for Jesus. Can a girl just do the best she can? They're not your people. Because that's so weird. Like, what? Being vulnerable is a strength. There is strength, lots of it, and softness. The people that can't recognize that are really weak and weird and haven't fully met themselves. They're on a completely different, like, timeline, different worlds that it's not mine to dabble in. No, not here. No, thank you, baby. Bye-bye. But yeah. Ah, how beautiful to be so in tune with my truth. I love evil laughing. It feels so good. Because you really thought, that's, well. And I love just letting it happen and letting karma and the universe balance things out on its own. Because I don't gotta do a thing. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. You know what? This happened the other day. I don't know if I'm gonna include this. Maybe we will. It's always like really funny and kind of silly whenever the universe lets me have a front seat to like karma. I'm like, oh, thank you for trusting me with witnessing this. I never have it in me to like use it as ammo. Is that ammo? Or use it like to hurt someone. But just witnessing it is enough for me. I'm like, that's crazy. That's so funny. Because people that claim to not like you or try to change you are really your biggest fans. And they want to be you so bad. They want to be you so bad. Like, it's so obvious. It's crazy. It's crazy. And watching them in real time try to mimic what comes effortlessly and naturally to you and backfire right in your face, right in their face, is buffoonery. It's clownery. It's hilarious. Pero me la aguanto. Because I'm like, ooh. You're crazy. That's funny. Stop wasting your time trying to be like other people. I remember when I used to try to fit in, because I never fit in. Never, ever, ever. I never fit in. That's why I don't try to fit in anymore, because I'm wasting my time. Even if I try to fit in, I still stuck out. Like, no, it's a waste of energy and time. Stop trying to copy what you think is cool in other people. Oh, I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start saying this because so-and-so did it and it looked cool on them. Do you know how obvious, how clear as day I can see that shit? Like, and people that are also very honest and truthful with themselves can see it. I think we just have the decency to not point it out because you're on your journey and I'm on mine. It's not my job to correct you or teach you. Unless it's through here. Hey, welcome to the channel. Thank you for real for being here. But yeah, kind of forgot what I was saying, but yeah, honestly, just truly find yourself. Don't try to be other people. Like I said before, it's really obvious. And you have your own light and magic. You do. You just gotta take the time to recognize it. Take the time to find that. But stop trying to be other people because it's gonna slow you down. It is slowing you down. Don't do it. Find you. Find yourself. Literally walk on some grass. That's why people say touch grass, because find yourself. Ground yourself. But yeah. I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm grateful to have this moment with you. A little raw and intimate moment in this subliminal space of in-between that I get to share vulnerably, which is also a very much a strength with all of you. And I can't wait to talk more with you guys and to continue this journey, and I'll keep you updated. If you'd like to see more of me, I post regularly on my TikTok. It's che.leche. And you can also follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting more of my trip to Cancun in Mexico. It's at che.leche as well. And thank you so very much. I love you. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I truly hope that this helped you, helped somebody feel more aligned and gave you some reassurance on your path and on your journey. Yeah. Things are not what they seem. Everything is not what it seems. Okay, I'm gonna bring Kiki out so you can say goodbye to Kiki. I know, Papa. We're gonna go right now, okay, baby? Oh, my baby. Bye. Bye-bye. You silly. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye guys, love you. Till next time. Los amo, los quiero mucho, los veo la próxima. Adiós.